Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Ethereum, I want to update you because we have to talk about the alternative scenario that I showed you, in which I was even more bearish. Levels that people said would never be reached again. But yeah, I put it on the chart and I think it is getting active now. So my scenario that I had most of the time on the chart, even though I showed you oftentimes both of them, but the first scenario was that we are getting here into the area between the 0.5 fib level and the 0.786 fib level. Yeah. This obviously was an area that was hit, that was achieved. We did come into it for the first time on the 4th of December during that flash crash. Of course, updated you back then. Since then, we have failed to see a new impulse to the upside. I did remain bearish throughout. Also, when we moved up from here, told you that I would expect us to go into the target area at least once more. And there you go. We then retested we came in and tested the 0.618 fib level at around $3,600. Then we moved up again, had a descending trend line on the chart here, came down once more, retested it again, came up once more, failed to get above the trend line, and now we're dropping hard. And we have dropped below this target area and we have retested it from above. And I told you, when we don't stay within the target area, that then we have to go to the higher level wave count. Actually, when we came down here for the very first time, and just to expand on that in a little, and just for a little bit of education, we came down here very, very strongly on the 4th of December. And that was obviously similar for many other cryptos as well. And Bitcoin was the leader here. But Ethereum did move down a lot compared to other cryptos, yeah. And also it was performing really badly in the last few days. And when we came down here on the 4th of December, a lot of people said this is a bullish sign that you moved up quite a lot, yeah, from here. But no, it wasn't. And it generally isn't. In a downtrend, when you come down that far, and yes, it is bought up because the sellers weren't already yet, you know, there's sort of all sorts of reasons here. You came down to the 0.618 fib level, you know, important support. But if you come down that strongly in such a long wick to the downside in a downtrend, it often just means that the sellers weren't ready yet and that you're going to see these prices again. And there you go. We made it to the downside here. Again, not bullish at all. And especially this impulse to the downside it's quite bearish. And yeah, as I said, when we came down here on the 4th, I made you aware that I'm not sure that with this scenario that I just showed you, I wasn't sure if I was even bearish enough. And I think this is playing out now. So we're going to take a look at this alternative scenario, which I think we are going to stick to. Yeah, and I think this is going to play out now with the most certainty. So again, we're taking the fibs, but we're taking the fibs from the next higher level wave count. And this would then be the start of the wave down here on the 19th of July. So what we have here is the target area, again, between the same fib levels, the 0.618 fib level, and the, no, 1 second. What we'll do is, yeah, we take the 0.618 fib level and we go down all the way to 2000. Yeah, the 0.887, the 0.786, and the 0.618 fib level in this range. To be honest, if I had to make a choice, I would actually take it to that level, yeah, because I am quite confident that we are going to see the 0.786 fib level, which is at $2,400. Below that is the lowest level of this target area is the $2,079 level, the 0.887 Fibonacci retracement level. However, because of this wave count, the 0.618 fib level is a very important one. I will leave it that wide, that target area, and I personally do dollar cost average in this price range just above these fib levels. These are my buy orders. And again, if you're interested to see them, my buy and sell orders, you can join as a channel member and join Discord. I've got them all there. I keep them updated for many cryptos that I cover, not for all of them yet. I'm growing this, but it's a lot of work. So yeah, I think this is now where we are going to go into. Certainly could go down all the way to $2,000. I would be surprised if we drop further, but we could still drop to 1,722 within this scenario, and it wouldn't invalidate it, because after this drop, you could come down to the beginning, yeah, of that wave to the upside. You could come down all the way and still remain bullish in the next move up. This is not a bearish scenario per se. It's actually just a scenario of a correction here, where you then come up in the next move very, very strongly to the upside. Now we are nearly below $3,000, and we're very, very close here to the 0.618 fib level, the first target range of this alternative scenario. And this is what the market can do now, you know, with the highest probability before we turn around in this scenario. A good thing is the further we drop down, the higher typically the levels in the next move up. I did show you that previously when I compared the fib levels of the first scenario and the second scenario. And in this scenario, yes, we have to be a bit more patient, but the speed we're currently doing here in terms of correcting down is actually quite impressive. And that means that we could fairly quickly, hopefully, turn around then as well. And then we can expect in the next move up, certainly here, at least $6,800, I think. And I mean, if I talk about the next move up, not a straight line, not straight away, it will be ups and downs, of course, but it would be the next wave up, the next wave top between the 1.618 fib level at $6,826, between that level and the $8,000, but sometimes you also get to the 2.618 fib level at $10,000. You know, we would then jumpstart from here, and I would get very confident as soon as we break this descending trend line here, which is obviously going down all the time together with the price. And yeah, at the moment I would expect further price drops. Yes, there can be a little bit of a move up here, a little bit of a recovery. Don't panic when you see that, because as long as we haven't broken that descending trend line, we could still bounce off as we've done so many times. And the speed that we came down here, we would need a 5-wave move now to the upside. Now we haven't seen that throughout here. All of these waves were corrective. I always made you aware when we saw a recovery here that this looked very corrective to me. So yeah, there you go. I'll keep you updated. Certainly what we see here on the indicators as well is that we are now oversold. Yeah, we are oversold here on the daily even. That also led here to a bearish cross again on the daily MACD. Or I think we didn't even cross bullish. No, we didn't. We could not cross bullish. It was stopped by this latest downtrend. And if we take a look on the 4-day chart as well, it's all pointing down. We've even crossed the zero line of the MACD on the 4-day chart, but here on the 4-day we even have more scope to move further down. If we take a look on the weekly, I think also there is much more space for further moves down. Yeah, on the weekly, which is very meaningful. We've crossed bearish here, and we have more space. And even if I take a look at the monthly chart, which is highly relevant, we've only a couple of months ago we've only come out of only in December we came out of the overbought range. So there is much more scope for further downside, and we haven't even crossed bearish on the MACD on the monthly. So you know, this is actually quite scary. And you know, I try to be as bearish as possible within reason here, because you know, I can't tell you any ridiculous prices here. This is the next scenario that I would go with. It would be a little bit. It's not reasonable to be more bearish than this now. You know, it's not reasonable. So I would expect this to turn around in here. The weekly, however, must go down. I'm a bit scared about the monthly MACD. I'm honest with you. So yeah, we are gonna keep you updated. I'm gonna keep you updated. But that's why I'm very careful with buying now. Yes, I've got my buy orders get triggered. But I still, because I do like dollar cost averaging in at these price levels. But I am quite confident generally that prices are going down further. So if this is still too high for you, maybe you want to consider to wait more. You know, this is, I mean, look at this red candle. It's huge on the 4-day chart. It's actually huge. On the 4-day, we haven't seen such a long red candle here since May. Yeah. So yeah, no reason to be bullish at the moment, waiting here for further price drops. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button. And if you really like the content, maybe consider joining as a channel member. For if you join as silver and gold member, you can get access to Discord and Telegram and a weekly live stream. And on Telegram, it's a live chat. On Discord, you get all sorts of additional content. I add to it constantly, you know, sort of additional information for beginners, but also more advanced stuff, TA stuff, news, all sorts of things. My buy orders, my sell orders, what I buy and sell outside of limit orders, my hodl portfolio, and a good community, which is the most important thing. So thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.